And you can just keep broadcasting on yours as well, okay? And
Okay.
then we'll have both. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to 11th Hangout. And then we can come back together at the end as well. We'll give it a try, practice a little bit doing our 2 groups, and then we'll come back. Oh, and just so you guys know, basically we're just going over the election results to begin with. So, for that we could even start with like a double group, while we're getting split up. So everyone split up, and while we're splitting up, we'll stick as a double group just because we're waiting for the split to happen. So what that means is that I'm going to be in both groups, so you both should be able to hear me from both groups while we get both groups set up. And then anyone who doesn't split up can fill out policy tracking. All right, so Albina, how is the results going? Where are they?
We have the result spreadsheet.
Okay.
We have the island from the.
Okay, but did we get Did we get the results though? Did we get like the actual results? All right. So Abdul got 32. So you guys didn't write down the results? So I need to do it myself?
Yeah, I'm doing. Yes, I'm doing it in the next step.
Where are you doing it?
In the next step, on the spreadsheet.
You already did it.
No, I'm just in the episode.
Well, let's just do it on a document. Okay, I thought you said that you had completed it, but I guess you did not complete it. So
no.
We need to continue. Oh, wait, here, let me share my screen in both of these so that you guys are able to see as well.
There's a form for there's a spreadsheet for all the responses, but like there were 350 responses, but there were no names on the responses itself.
That doesn't make any sense. There are 9 people who responded. It's fine.
Hold on.
All right, so I'm not sure exactly why. Albina's 67, I'm 69, so I'm not sure exactly how that works, but 69J, 67 Albina. Say again?
We have 52.
36 Zilu.
52 press C, 50.
50 press C.
At Matope 46.
So this is all work that can happen ahead of time. Obviously, since we haven't done this for a really long time, we just didn't get the work done ahead of time, but it's okay. We're just going through it. Link seems 41.
We have 32. Abdul.
Abdul, I got 32 for Abdul. Yeah. $29 Mahmood.
What's the loot 36?
Do we have Lily on here?
Who?
Lily?
On the hangout, yes.
Yes, we have Lily.
No, on the voting form.
Yes, we have.
How many votes did Lillian get?
Is it Lily or Lilia?
Lillian. Lillian got 15.
15. Okay, so let's just make sure that everybody's sphere is also included. Can you do that, please?
Okay.
All right, so I think we're good at this point. Jocelyn got 28, which is pretty high. 28. All right, so I think we got everybody. So just make sure that everyone who's currently here is included with their ranking. Asif is 27. 27. Asif. Mel is 27. Mozzie. Cool. All right, so I think we got everybody. Nellie's 28.
Tanisha, 27.
Yes. All right, so that is everybody. So this would be our primary people. The way we do is we take the top 7. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that would be the cutoff. All right. So this would be the primary board of directors based on our proposal, minus that they're not all available. So basically, you have this would be like the first layer, and then we go from there. Okay, so the way that this model works is quite simple. You just rank everybody, and then you go through and you ask each person if they want to be on the board. They don't have to do it. It is a voluntary position, and there's 3 questions. So questions for each
We
person.
need to include Jessica. We need to include Jessica.
Yeah, so everybody who's currently here should be included. So what about Jessica? Oh, they're not on the voting form?
Yes, she was there.
Yeah, so if you can add her too, that'd be great. All right, so there's 3 questions for each person. The first question is to be on the board. You know, do you want to be on the board of directors, right? So it's yes or no. The second question is, do you want to be on the staffing committee, right? And then the third question is, do you want to be on the Plasmo Accountability Commission? Okay, so there's 3 possible things you could do. You can take on the board of directors, the staffing committee, or the Plasmo Accountability Commission. I would go first, and I would be yes on the board of directors, so yes for the board, and I would be representing the Pacific quadrant. And I also would be on the staffing committee. But I would not be on Plasmo because I will help Plasmo and support Plasmo, but I myself would be a bad person to do Plasmo because I am the person who should be held accountable as opposed to the person holding others. All right, Albina, your turn. Albina, are you there? All right, we're losing Albina. Is she gone? No, she's here. You're on mute, Albina. If you wanna talk.
She's just on mute.
Yeah.
She's on mute.
Sorry, I'm on mute.
Yeah, also, let's give. Oh, go for it, Albina. You're next.
Where are we voting on?
Okay, so Albina, you ranked number 2, so you can be on the board of directors. So do you want to be on the board of directors or not? Yes or no? You're currently actually already on the board of directors, but do you want to still be on the board of directors?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, and do you want to take on any of the other positions like the staffing committee or the accountability commission?
The Plasma Accountability Commission.
All right, and Plasma. Okay. Thank you, Albina. Next is Gina.
Yes, on board of directors.
Okay. And then do you want to take any other positions like staffing or accountability team? And you can always jump on those later, but it's just like whether or not you want to help manage it. So is it just the board of directors? It's fine.
Wait, hold on. And staffing committee, yes.
Staffing, okay. Again, I just want to remind everyone, all of this can be done by email or by voting online. So we're just doing this because the work wasn't done ahead of time. If the work had all been done ahead of time, this would all be certification instead of going through it. All right, Pressy, your turn.
Okay, yes. For the board of directors. And I'm gonna join Alvina for Plasmo.
Great. Temitope?
It will be yes for the board of directors. And Plasma.
Okay. Ling Sun?
Yes, for board of directors. I think I'll go for the staffing
Okay.
as well.
And you're in Eurasia, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm in Asia.
Oh my god, why did I even say Asia? It is Austrasia. I'm messing that up. Australia and Asia. You're Africa Pacific, Eurasia, Austrasia. Boom. Austrasia. Boom. Okay, and Zilu is not here. Great.
Yeah, Zilu's not.
So Zilu is not here. So we're gonna make Zilu. We need to send an email to Zilu and ask him if he wants to be on the board. But if Zilu's not here, then we would go down the list to the next person. So currently we have 6 people. And also we have to note here that we are also missing. We're missing Atlantic, right? So the first person from Atlantic is Jorge, right? So we need to note that. Right, so Jorge would automatically be invited onto it, so we need to send him an invitation. Nelly would be the next person from Atlantic. Steve is also in Atlantic. Jocelyn, no. Asif, no. Tamisha. So Tamisha would be the next person who is currently involved. Miguel, and then Olarinde would be, present. Right? So Olarinde, you can be like a backup board member if you want. But if you're interested, you're welcome to say that you're interested in being a backup board member for now, and you're also I believe. Are you interested in being a backup board member? Or?
He messaged on the Hangout.
And what did he say?
No board, yes staffing.
Oh yeah, staffing. There you go. Cool. Backup board member? No. Staffing? Yes. Okay. Rajikran, Jessica, or Lillian, are any of you interested in taking on a board backup position?
Yes.
Yeah.
All of you. Okay. So yes on board backup. Yes on board backup. Yes on board backup. So basically what's important to understand here is that the board is a dynamic board of directors depending on who shows up to the Earth session. So this is important to note here. So the board of directors meets at the next Earth session. So this is going to be earth.unity.fun. Let's see what it says. So it's the very first week of January. So January 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, 2021. I don't know if the actual session is on the schedule yet because we probably didn't do that work. I don't even see the schedule coming up at all. So there's some work to be done there to fix that up. But anyways, it's probably the January 2nd. Okay. So the actual board of directors and the council meeting is on January 2nd, 2021. All right. So we need to inform all the membership. We'll create a board email list, right? So this is another task that needs to be done. Board email list that I can help out with. If anyone wants to learn how to do email lists, you can sign up with me and I'll train you how to do email lists. Not very hard. So
Okay.
Zilu used to do all our email lists. So if we ask Zilu if he wants to be on it, so then we would ask everybody if they want to be on it. Jorge would also be invited because he's Atlantic, or Nelly or Steve as backups. All right. And that would be the board of directors. So the last proposal here, is to approve the following list for the board of directors. We have J. Albina Gino Press C, J. Albina Gino Press C, Temi Tope Ling Soon, Temi Tope Ling Soon. All right, with the following backups. So then the backups would be Zilu Jorge, Tamisha Orilande, Tamisha Olarinde. No, Olarinde said no. Sorry. So it would be Raja Garan, Jessica, and Lillian. All right. So just so you guys understand, this is dynamic and can still change. The voting can still continue. We can invite everybody to the membership group. We can, invite all the people who haven't voted yet, and everyone can vote, and it can actually change the dynamic of who is ranked higher than who else is ranked higher, right? So, but for now, we're proposing a current standing so that we actually know who is on the board in the real time. Okay, so, and then it can change and there can be a dynamic board as needed based on the ranking. So are there any questions about the proposal and who is on the board? No questions. Are there any concerns?
No questions.
None. And are there any objections?
No.
No. Okay. So we have consensus on our board of directors, which is pretty awesome. So that is easier said than done. And we just did it. So there you go. All right. So again, ideally at the actual board of directors, we would have 7 boards of directors, and this is for January 2nd, along with Jorge from the Atlantic, or if he can't do it, Nelly or Steve. Miguel also is Atlantic. Atlantic. Yeah, I think that's everyone. So I'm sure within the actual rankings there's more people, but there's a lot of work to be done here. So besides the email list, we wanted to continue to get all members on the membership email list. Who signed up to help with that particular responsibility?
I can.
All right, and then we want to invite them to vote and get involved with the board of directors if they are ranked. All right. So Albina is going to help with this. Albina. Great. All right. So I think that is it for this agenda item. Any last questions about the board of directors for the FQN worker org? All right, so now let's quickly go into our splitting up here. We have plenty of non-splitting up, so did not split up. So basically, we have one person who did split up, which is what's the name? What's your name again?
Raja.
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 All right. So anyways, you get a blue star, because you did what you were supposed to do. So from there, people who did not split up would include Gino, Temi Tope, Lingsung, and Jessica. Is that right? Correct? So you guys all get strikes. Get strikes. Alright, and we'll just give normal strikes because it's still new to you guys. But anyway, so we're supposed to break up. Are there any questions about finalizing the board? So as far as the not splitting up in the blue stars, this we want to add to our value tracking. Is Pressy, are you doing value tracking?
Yes, I'm doing the value tracking.
Okay, cool. So stars and stripes. Great. All right, so I think we are done with finalizing the board. I don't know anything else that needs to be done with that. Again, all of that can be done by email if the work is done ahead of time. And we have Albina going to step up and help with that. Also, everybody who's involved in the staffing, actually, let's go through the staffing real quick. So proposal to approve the staffing committee with the following people. Actually, it's called the staffing committee with the following people. And also the staffing team. So here, note the staffing team is open to all budgeted workers. All right, so let's go through and see who we have. Myself, Gino, Ling Sun. So Jay, Gino, Ling Sun, if approved in budget. And the last one is Orlande, I believe. Can someone fix the spelling? Terrible at that. If approved in budget. Okay, so there's the proposal for the staffing committee and the staffing, beginning of the staffing team. Are there any questions about the proposal? Are there any concerns? Are there any objections? All right, so we have consensus for our staffing team. And last but not least, the proposal is to approve the accountability commission. Commissioners with the following people. So this is Albina, Pressy, anybody else? Temetope.
Temetope.
And Temetope. Are there any questions about the proposal? None. Are there any concerns?
None on my side.
And are there any objections? All right, so we have consensus on that. All right, so now we have our staffing committee for the membership as well as the accountability commissioners and for Plasma. So also we do need to, we'll talk about this during this next steering team and Jello team, but for the quarter moon, but we do want to set up our structure to include team sessions for Plasma and for the staffing. We'll talk about that then. And then this is going to be the focal point for getting all the work set up for both the board meeting for the Earth session and next year's Mars session. So I'm confident we will be in a better place for next year, but we just have to go step by step. We'll see how it goes. All right, so I think we're done finalizing. Any last questions about the board, the staffing, the Plasmo, the membership? Anything? Any question? Anything possible? None. Okay. So I think we're good to move on to other organizational memberships. So let's just quickly go through the primary organizations. There's our 501c3 nonprofit. And this is the WCTC and the Community Life Network. The WCTC is the World Collaborative for Transformative Community. And we also possibly are going with a third one called the CCC. We'll go into that later. There's our LLC, which is Innovate United LLC. From there, we've got corporations, which are primarily our funds, and then we have the trusts, which are UIC Trust. So those are the primary organizations, but there's also the Umbrella Cyber Org. Umbrella Cyber Org. And then within the Umbrella Cyber Org, we've got basically, the nonprofit cyber org. We've got the for-profit cyber org, the cyber trust, and I think that's it. Okay? So those are our overall organizations, and then on top of all of this, we've got the FQN worker, co-op /. So are there any other questions about the other organizations, the memberships, decision making, any other questions about anything related to that? So in the future Mars sessions, we may have membership meetings for all of these and usually one at a time, but then coordinate decision making, and a lot of it can happen before the actual meeting. So for example, in the months coming up to the next Mars session, each one of these organizations could have their own membership email list, and then you build the membership email lists, and then everybody who's on the membership email list is invited to rank all of the members, and then you appoint the board from that for all of these organizations. Right? So it's pretty easy to do that, and it's just a matter of organizing it beforehand. And then the membership meeting itself becomes more of like a certification of the voting results as opposed to actually talking through the whole process. Does that make sense? Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it does.
So that's how you can get through 10 organizations all in one single meeting, basically by setting it all up ahead of time. All right, so I think we are done. Are there any last questions on anything related to the Mars session before we go into the new recruits? And otherwise, we can go in the new recruits, or we can take a break and then come back and go into the new recruits. But any other questions about anything related to the Mars session and the membership? All right, so for the new recruits, we should just break up into the two groups, and then we can each group can support the new recruits within that space in that meeting. Like, just so you guys understand, when you break up into the two groups, you are able to still communicate between both groups as needed, right? It's not like suddenly you're separated and you disappear. So how many of us do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I count 8 people.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So does anyone want to not break out? Because otherwise we should just have the two groups, and then we can go over and help each other with new recruits, and then we check out, and then we're done. Is anyone there?
Yes.
Okay, Jay.
Great. So does anyone not want to be in the two groups? Okay, so let's do the two groups. So let me go back to the two groups. I think we're going to give out some more strikes. So I believe it's Gino and Ling Sung and Jessica still. Wait, aren't we supposed to? No, our group's supposed to go to the 11th hangout, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and then group 2 is supposed to be staying in the 10th hangout. So the strikes actually go the other way around. It is Pressy gets a strike, Albina gets a strike, and Olarinde gets a strike, and Lily gets a strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, Lily's gonna stay in the other group.
Also, we want to go on 11 hammer.
All right, and then Pressy, you can go between both groups. All right, so I'm gonna drop this call for now, or I can just mute. I don't know. I'm gonna drop it, and then we will just check out. Right, so you guys are gonna help each other with the new recruits, and then you're gonna check out. Got it?
Okay.
All right, pretty simple. Awesome. Okay, so here we have Raze. I don't know if Olarinde is gonna come back, but Olarinde we could help as well. So Rajase, is that how you pronounce your name?
Yeah, Rajase.
Rajase. Okay, so or maybe Raj. Do you ever go by Raj?
Yeah, you can go that. Yeah.
You do that too. Okay, so basically we're here to help you. So what do you need help with? Do you have a pop? Do you have any questions? Albina and Pressy, you were supposed to go help the other group as well.
Yeah, sure, I will help.
Yes.
Yes, I'm already in the 11th hammer.
Yeah, so Pressy, we're here. We're helping Raj with anything related to the new recruitment and the budget and pops and everything. So Albina, do you have any questions for Raj?
No. So I should join on the other 10th hangout?
No, you're here. You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, do you guys understand the topic is to help Raj with his recruitment? So Tope, did you have any questions or?
Okay, Raj, do you have did you complete your prop?
Yeah, I completed that one.
So I just confirm on you click on your prop, then you add it.
I'm gonna check here.
Stage 4 where you will wait for the budget.
Yeah, I did it.
Has anyone verified his pop or reviewed it?
I'm going to check on the prop.
Okay, yeah. If you could link it to the notes, that would be good to check it out and see.
Yeah.
See where we're at on that would be great. And what are you most interested in working on, Raj? What are your what do you get excited about? What kind of work do you like to do?
Yeah, actually, I'm having experience in developing smart tools as well as in the stuff website testing. So, I'm having experience in online document operation, like account maintenance, like creating email lists, all those things. So I'm having experience. I'm also interested in the job also.
Okay. So do you know much about the different types of work that we have and what we're looking for?
I have a question. I've never seen your pop on the Skype. Did you link it on the Skype?
I'm on the spreadsheet for the code verification. Press the online 20. That is for Rush.
So you do have the pop or you don't have the pop?
He already has the pop.
Okay, can we link it to the notes?
Yes.
Yes, a minute. I'm just going to link on that.
Cool. And then Raj, and also you can take Skype to the other folks, or you can go over and tell them, Pressy. But everyone should be documenting their hours on their pop. Okay, so Raj, like you can go to your POP and you can say, okay, I came to the Mars session and this is how many hours I did, so that we can distribute your equity and everything. So just be sure to track all your hours on your POP. If you're approved in the budget, you would track your hours on your work report. Okay. So I think that's. Do you have any other questions, Raj, just in general about anything? Like, there's obviously work to be done to finish and updating the budget. The budget is required to be done by the new moon, so that would be 2 weeks from now. Would be the longest that it would typically take. But it's possible it could happen much sooner, as early as like a week. It just depends on doing the work. And you're welcome to help oversee the budget to make sure it's done correctly and on time. So I don't know. Teme Tope, press C. Albina, you guys have any other comments or questions for Raj?
No, the pop, I'm just checking on the pop. The pop is okay. So just to add them on the budget. He's representing Sonic.
Great. Okay.
And the only question is on the estimated hourly rate. It says 4.5. We need to confirm for India. I don't think it is correct. India, it's not 4.5.
The jurisdiction.
You need to fix your minimum hourly rate.
Okay, so just make sure that it's clear that you guys are following not the verification, but just the review to make sure it meets the basic needs, right? As opposed to every detail. So maybe you can help Raj. If you want to try to help him right now, you can. Do you want to do it right now, or?
Yes, I was just to confirm on the minimum hourly rate for India. Because I think it's not 4.5, the way you mentioned on the book.
Are you there, Raj? Can you hear us?
Looking for the minimum rate for India.
And also, your POP doesn't meet the intake form criteria. You did not. Your POP should be match your intake form. So in your intake form, it says your ideal is 400, while on your POP, it says 540.
Okay. Okay, I will make the change.
Also, for the lowest hours, for your lowest upfront pay, you said it's 15 on your POP, but in your intake form, it's 30.
Okay. Yeah, I will make the changes.
Okay.
Cool. And under our policies, you can change your pay rate at any time you want to. You just have to do it by the full moon. So the full moon's tomorrow, and then those budget changes would take effect 6 weeks later. So it would be the next budget round is when your any budget changes would take effect. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I already updated in POP and pay, but okay, in form only there's a difference.
Cool. Did you get that?
Now, can you come
Raj.
again?
Raj, can you come again?
And Albina, you should mute so you can hear him better.
Okay, I'm going to mute.
So say again, Raj.
Yeah. Yeah, I already updated in POP and pay, so I will update the form again. So it will be all equal. No?
Okay.
Did you just say you updated the form again?
No, I already updated, but You're saying like there's some difference in both the forms, so I need to update it. Or is it okay? The prop and the piece okay?
I didn't get that. So what Percy is trying to say is that the intake form, what you filled in the intake form, should tally with what you have on your POP.
Yeah.
So
But
if you still have the link.
Okay. No, I don't have the inform link.
Okay, you don't have the link to the intake link. They'll send it back to you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send it on the Skype group so you can check on the intake form results.
Okay. Actually, the pop is the real one, so I need to match that intake form.
Right, and what about do you guys have there's one other thing
I'll link it on the Skype group.
So has Raze, I know you got to do your interview and evaluation.
Can you see it now, Raj?
Yeah, I got the link. I'm completing it.
Okay.
And also, you have to make your POP public and editable, so we can access it.
Yes, I actually saved and gave the link. It's not in save mode.
Great. And so can someone please, Pressy, I think it's your job to Skype to the other group on the Mars session Skype. Just Skype them and let them know that they need to make sure they do the interviews, and they also should make sure that they are I don't know, there's something before that I mentioned that they were supposed to do. Do you guys remember from before what it was? Did you guys send the Skype message from before? Pressy, are you there? Hello? Pressy? Albina, are you there? Albina? Tope, can anyone hear me? Oh wait, you guys can't hear me because it is muted. Alright, there we go. So can you guys send a Skype message to the other group that makes sure they know they need to do their interviews? And then also, there was a message from before for the Skype group that we were supposed to say. You guys remember what it was, or did you guys send the message from before?
Yeah.
Pressy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, do you understand it's your role as the runner? As the runner, you're supposed to send Skype messages to the other group. Do you understand?
Yes.
So I asked you to send a Skype message before. Did you send it?
Jay?
Yeah.
Like, what if it is an existing worker or old worker? Do I add her to the 80-degree recruitment group or no?
Do they want to work again?
Yes, Jessica wants to work again.
Well, yeah, they would just add her right in, and she just has to update her POP if she wants to make any changes, and then it's fine. Not a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you say that again?
So anyways, you're supposed to, as the runner, you're supposed to communicate with the other group. So just like Gino just did, you were supposed to tell them a bunch of things that were asked you to tell them, like doing the interview. They need to do the interview. You can send a Skype message just to remind them to do the interview. And then there was another reason I told you to do a Skype, but I don't remember what it was. Do you remember?
No. You just said that I have to go back and forth for the 2 hangouts and tell them to do.
No, I told you to make a Skype message on the Mars session Skype group. Albina, are you there? Or Tope, is someone here or not? Hello? Anybody there?
I'm here,
Yeah.
Jay.
Okay, so Tope, Pressy is not doing the running. So if you could do the running, you need to do a Skype message to the other group and just let them know that they need to do the interview.
Yeah.
So make sure they're doing interviews.
think she just sent a message.
No, she just linked the recruitment links. That has nothing to do with what I'm asking. So could you do that, Temitope, please?
Okay.
Okay, thank you, finally. All right, so I shouldn't have to ask that 10 times. I think I had to ask 10 times for you guys to send that simple Skype message. Okay, so hopefully in the future we can just send it after asking it, you know?
I did.
Coolio. All right, so any other questions or anything, Raj, for Raj, anything? So I think we're ready to check out. So Temitope or Pressy, can you guys let the other group know that we're going to start checkouts? We have lots of responsibilities and tasks to do, that's for sure. Scheduling the next Mars sessions in like a year. And then we have the full moon coming up in just a few hours. So let's go ahead and check out. Can someone send us through the checkouts? Presti, do you want to do the checkouts with us?
I'm going to help you on checkouts.
Can you run through the checkouts with us?
So I want to check out.
All right, Temitope, yeah, check out, please.
Okay, so I give the session a 6.5. It's my first Mars session, so a whole lot of information to digest. And yeah, it's good once in every 2 years to attend such a session. And it's also good to be on the board. I know it's a huge responsibility. Nevertheless, I know I have capable hands around me, and I believe the team is highly equipped to move with the vision of the organization. Going forward, we're looking forward to the other sessions for today, and I trust that it will all go well. Check.
Great, thank you, Temitope. I'll check out next. I thought the session went pretty well. I would give the session a 7. It could certainly have gone better on so many levels, but we did our best. We even split up into 2 groups, which was really, really difficult, but we finally did it. And I think it's much better because it allows people to communicate a little bit more and actually interact as opposed to just mainly listening. We can read everyone's checkouts because actually send a Skype message that reminds them when they do their checkouts. They should make sure they write it all down in the notes, and so we can all read each other's checkouts. So I'll be working on the staffing. I'll be working on all the documents in preparation for the next membership meeting. And hopefully I'll get some help with that. And then I'll also be on the board in preparing everything for the board directors meeting as well. Yeah, check. Albina? Wait, is Albina here? Pressy? Oh.
Yes, I'm back. Sorry, I had lost my connection.
Did you guys check out or not?
Yes, I'm checking out.
Oh wait, but Gino's here. It looks like Gino and Ling Sing is here. Did you guys check out in your group?
No.
We thought we were gonna be checking out here, like going to this group, then check out here, or like for the final.
No, was it because of the Skype message? Was it because of the Skype message or something, or?
Yes.
Okay, so who sent the Skype message?
No, like we thought that it was that meant like we need to go to the main to the main group itself. So
no,
that's
if we were telling you to go, we would tell you to go to another group and ask you to move groups.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyways, we sent a wrong Skype message. So the Skype message should have said like we're moving to the checkouts for our agenda item, right? Just letting you know that we're changing our agenda item. So it doesn't mean that you guys need to change what group you're in. You just means that you're supposed to do, when you get to your own checkouts, do your own checkouts, you know? Anyways,
Okay.
it's not a big deal. If you guys want to just do checkouts here, is anyone in the other group? Because we're obviously missing a bunch of people.
I sent Jessica the link. She should be here. I'm not sure why she's not.
I think we still have the other people.
Okay, well, I'm going to try to jump on the other group because it just seems like we might have lost people, which is not good. And usually we would always go to the main hangout, which is the one you guys were on, and we would go back there. So it says no one's there anymore. So anyways, we obviously lost a bunch of people, which is really bad. You guys should have done your checkouts before you just dropped the call, you know?
All right.
Yeah, so that was
All right.
bad. So we can give ourselves a strike for messing up. So when we break up into two groups, you break up into two groups for the entire time, and you don't come back together unless there is a decision to come back together between both the groups.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, we live and we learn. So Pressy or Albina or Gino, can you take us through the rest of the checkouts?
Okay. Gino, can go next.
I'll give this session 7. It was a good session. Like the only I think fall apart is the breaking out, because like that's my first time doing it. So I'm still new to that. So at least now I know what to do in the future if ever this happens again. So and I'm also looking forward to other future Open Mars session. We still have lots of more sessions coming, so I'll be attending those as well. And then it's also my first time being being a board of director in an organization, and hopefully, I mean, it's not final yet because there are some people that are not voted yet. So I'm looking forward to finding the results afterwards as well. Check.
I'll just say in response to that what we approved today still holds half the power. So if something changes online and it's not clear before now in the board meeting in January, the vote that we made today still counts as a valid final vote of who's on the board. All right. So who's taking us through the checkouts? Albina, is that you?
Okay, Lincoln, you're the next one to check out.
Me first? Okay, I'll give it like a 6.5 because the main agenda is being targeted, but the problem is with the amount of members, I think. I'm not sure, but I think it's lacking to be in a vote. But yeah, and also with the split up, it was very confusing.
Okay, done with the checkup. Okay, Rosa, you are the next. Rosa?
Yeah. I give this session 7. Yeah, it's a good session. It's very informative, and I try to understand a little bit. So I'm trying, and I'm improving a lot. So in future session, I'll be a good attendee, and I can get as much more information from me. So looking forward to it. Thank you.
Are you done? Okay, next is Jessica. Do we have Jessica? No, she's looking for us. Okay, press
was
here,
here a while ago.
Okay, I will check out. I will do the session 7. It's good to have a membership session or meeting, and I'm looking forward for more information about the board members and looking forward for more sessions. That's all.
Okay. We don't have Lilian yesterday. Anyone else who has not taken wait. Papa, you're done? Okay.
You go next.
Section 6.75. Also, we did plan well for the sessions, like results for the board members, but it was good to go up to the end of having the members elected for the organization. So I'll be focusing on the email Google group for the membership, and also looking forward to doing other open mass sessions later on. I also focus on helping our new recruits, the first evaluation meeting, and onboarding stage person.
All right, I think we're good. I'll read Jessica. Jessica said I will give the session 8. It's a good session. Looking forward to start working again and coming back. And we also had Lillian, who's interested, who is an old worker. So it's perfect. We had some old workers, we had some current workers, we had some new workers. This is exactly what we want out of a membership meeting for our organization, for the African Workers Organization. So this is great. Very, very good. So that's it. I think we have 30 minutes before our next session, which is just the open session. So at the open session, anyone is welcome to attend and just have a discussion on any topic that anyone wants to propose. Any questions about the next sessions or the schedule? If that session, if no one comes, it's, or not very many was here, it could go shorter, and then the one after that would be the full moon session, which is in 3.5 hours. Check. So I think we're done.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks.